All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the new topic. Before we start the new topic, we have a do now question. At a clothing store, Ted bought 4 shirts and 2 ties for a total price of $95. At the same store, Stephen bought 3 shirts and 3 ties for a total price of $84. Each shirt was the same price and each tie was the same price. Which system of equations can be used to find S, the cost of each shirt in dollars, and T, the cost of each tie in dollars? As you see here, we are 2 people, Ted and Stephen. So, and we know that S stands for the cost of the shirt, T stands for the cost of tie. So look at that. 4 shirts and 2 ties. 4S because the cost of the one shirt is S dollar. If I get the 4 shirt, then you need to multiply 4 times S. Plus, if you get the 1 tie, the cost of the 1 tie is T dollar. If you multiply by 2, because you are getting 2 ties, 2T. And this all together is $95. The Stephen is going to buy 3 shirts, 3 times S plus 3 times 3T is equal to $84. So these are the system of linear equation. So the answer is going to become B. Continue because we have one more part. In this part, part B, Linda bought 1 shirt and 2 ties at the same store. What is the total price in dollars and cents of Linda's purchase? Now, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to find the 1 shirt and 2 ties price, first we need to solve the system of linear equation. We already know how to solve this. If you want, you can use elimination with addition or subtraction. I would like to cancel out T. To be able to cancel out T, I need to make these coefficients same. That's the reason I multiply the first expression by 3. I need to multiply the second expression by -2. Let me rewrite the expression. If you multiply the first expression by 3, you will get 12S plus 6T is equal to what? 3 times 95 will be 285. 5 times 3 is 15. I have 1. 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 1 is 28. If you multiply the second equation, second expression by -2, you will get -6S minus 60 is equal to minus 2 times 84. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 168. Now, let's add them up. If you add them up, you will get positive 60 and negative 60 will be simplified. 12S minus 6S will be 6S is equal to, when you subtract 15 minus 8 is going to be 7. 7 minus 6 is going to 1. And 2 minus 1 is 1 as well. When you divide both sides by 6, you will get S is equal to 117 over 6. What does this mean? 117 divided by 6 is going to be $19.50. Now I found 1 shirt price. Now what about the tie? Let me use to be able to find the cost of the T, which means that tie, you need to substitute 19.5 into the S. I would like to use the first equation. 4 times the S is 19.5 plus 2T is equal to 95. When you multiply, 4 times 19.5 is equal to 78 plus 2T is equal to 95. If you subtract 78 from both sides, you will get 2T is equal to 95 minus 78 is going to be 17. Divide both sides by 2. t is equal to 17 over 2 or $8.5, which means that $8.50. This is one tie price. I am looking for one shirt plus two ties. One shirt is 19.5 plus 2 times 8.5, which is equal to 19.5 plus 17, which is equal to 36.5 is the total price. This is the answer. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to complete the square to get perfect square trinomial. Before getting into this lesson, I would like to give two important perfect square trinomial. One of them is a plus b square. A plus b square can be written a plus b times a plus b. When you distribute this each term into the second parenthesis, you will get a square plus ab plus ab plus b square. From here, you will get a square plus 2ab plus b square. What does that mean? Whenever you see a plus b square, you need to get this expression, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Second, a minus b square. A minus b square can be written a minus b times a minus b. If you distribute this term into the second parenthesis, you will get a square minus ab plus b square. From here, if you combine the like terms, you will get a square minus 2ab plus b square. This means that whenever you have a minus b square, this expression will be a square minus 2ab plus b square. These are called perfect square trinomial. Now let's go back to my question. X squared plus 6x plus c. To be able to write this expression as a perfect square trinomial, what is the value of c? The easiest method is whatever the number in the middle, divide by 2 and take the square. If you divide 6 by 2, you will get 3. Take the square is going to become c. So x squared plus 6x plus 9. How am I going to write as a perfect square trinomial? This expression is x squared plus 2 times x times 3 plus 3 squared. If you compare with this expression, you can write as a x plus 3 squared. This is perfect square trinomial. So c must be equal to 9 to be able to write this expression as a perfect square trinomial. Next, x squared plus 12x plus c. So what is the c value to be able to write this expression as a perfect square trinomial? As I told you, whatever the number in next to the x, divide by 2, which is 6, take the square. Then this is c. X squared plus 12x plus 36. So this is c value. Why? Because this expression is x squared plus 2 times x times 6 plus 6 squared. And this is the perfect square. This expression can be written x plus 6 squared. This is your answer. Next, as I told you, divide the number in the middle by 2, which is 4, take the square, which is equal to 16. This is c. In this question, I would like to say something. To be able to make this, to be able to complete the square, you have to make sure that the coefficient of the x square is 1. Otherwise, you cannot apply this rule. So this expression will be x squared plus 8x plus 16. This can be written x squared plus 2 times x times 4 plus 4 squared. And this is the expression of the perfect square trinomial, which can be written x plus 4 squared. Find the value of c that makes x squared plus 2x plus c as a perfect square. X squared plus 2x plus c. The coefficient of the x squared is 1. That's why you can divide the number in the middle by 2 and then take the square. 1 square is equal to 1. So c is equal to 1. Why? Because x squared plus 2x plus 1 can be written x squared plus 2 times x times 1 plus 1 square, and this is perfect square, and x plus 1 square is perfect square trinomial. Next question. To be able to find the c value, remember that the coefficient of the x squared is 1. That's why divide the number in the middle by 2, which is 9. Take the square, which is equal to c. c is equal to 81. Why? Because x squared plus 18x plus 81 can be written x squared plus 2 times x times 9 plus 9 squared. Because of perfect square trinomial, you can write as a x plus 9 squared. This is your answer. Find the value of c to be able to make this expression a perfect square trinomial. X squared plus 26x plus c. Because your coefficient of the x squared is 1, you can divide the number in the middle by 2, which is 13. Take the square, which is equal to c. c is equal to 169. After that, x squared plus 26x plus 169. This can be written as a x squared plus 2 times x times 13 plus 13 squared. Because of the perfect square, you can get this expression x plus 13 squared. This is the answer. Now, we need to use completing the square to write vertex form. How can you use completing the square to write the quadratic function, which is y is equal to x squared minus 8x plus 11 in vertex form? Before getting into this topic, can you please remind me what is the vertex form? Vertex form is y is equal to 8 times x minus 8 squared plus k. This is vertex form. Now, what am I going to do? To be able to write this, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are going to do. Y is equal to x squared minus 8x plus, there's a number over here, I don't know what number is that, plus 11. So, how am I going to write this as a perfect square? Remember that if the coefficient of the x squared is 1, you need to divide this number by 2, take the square. If you divide the negative 8 by 2, you will get negative 4. Take the square, which is equal to what? Positive 16. If you add positive 16 over here, to be able to erase the 16, you should also write negative 16. Because positive 16, negative 16 is going to be 0. After that, I know that this expression is perfect square. Y is equal to, how am I going to write this? X minus 4 squared. If you combine this, negative 5. So I used completing the square theorem to be able to write vertex form. By the way, your vertex of this function, this quadratic function, is 4, negative 5. Next, what is the vertex form of each function? To be able to write each function, we are going to use completing the square theorem. Y is equal to x squared minus 2x. There's a number over here, I don't know what number is that, plus 3. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to write this expression as a perfect square, you need to divide the number in the middle by 2, which is -1. Take the square is equal to +1. If you add +1 here, you should also subtract 1 because +1, -1 will be 0. After that, I know that this expression is perfect square trinomial, which means that y is equal to x minus 1 square if you combine this plus 2. And this is vertex form. Same thing, y is equal to x squared plus 6x. There's a number over here, I don't know what number is that, plus 25. To be able to write perfect square trinomial over here, you need to divide the number in the middle by 2, which is 3, take the square, which is 9. This is going to +9. To be able to cancel +9, you should also subtract 9. After that, we know that this is perfect square trinomial. Y is equal to x plus 3 square. If you combine this, you will get plus 16. And this is vertex form. Write the function y is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 5 in vertex form. Y is equal to x squared plus 4x. There must be a number, I don't know what number is that, minus 5. To be able to write this expression as a perfect square trinomial, you need to divide this by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Take the square, which is equal to 4. So this number must be 4. If you add 4, you should subtract 4 as well, because +4, -4 is going to be 0. Now, I am using completing square theorem. X squared plus 4x minus 4 is x plus 2 squared. If you combine this, -9 is your answer. And what is the vertex of this? The vertex of this expression is -2 minus 9.